Yo boys, what's back? What's good, man? Today we're gonna be reacting to SNEAKO exposes the real face of Andrew Tate. Let's get to it.
Bruv, you're not a prophet. Chill. I have people I learn from, and it ain't you. That's the point I'm making.
I don't care. I want the best for you, Andrew. I love you for the sake of Allah. No matter what you say, regardless, you're Muslim, I love you for the sake of Allah. When I see you saying things that are incorrect, I'm gonna say, well, look at Quran Sunnah. This is not being a prophet.
Quran Sunnah. Quran Sunnah.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. A new trend is going on the internet. Something very strange is happening among believers all across the globe. Up until now, Islam was being targeted by non-Muslims because the learned scholars of Islam kept on attacking each other and calling each other non-Muslims. But now, reverts to Islam are calling each other fake Muslims or Muslims with weak knowledge. A spat between two very famous personalities who are also recent reverts to Islam is being shared widely across the internet. Recently, a public exchange between
Nigga, most of these niggas got famous from talking shit on the internet, man. Nigga, isn't it funny? You can make money talking shit on the internet.
SNEAKO and Andrew Tate sparked heated debates regarding racial ideologies in Islam. Andrew Tate had shared a tweet on his social media handle, "White ideologies in Islam." Andrew Tate,
I'm half black and half white. Let me confirm something. Race is real. It's super real. Yeah, I've been hearing this nigga say nigger with the hard ER.
had shared a tweet on his social media handle, "White supremacists are always right." As expected, this
It is what it. The nigger in me raging around with white women in Lambo. This nigga's wild. It is what it is, but race is real. And white supremacists are totally right. No white only countries. Sooner or later means no white people will be out there.
statement ignited a strong response from many Muslims, including the recent revert SNEAKO. In both a post and video, SNEAKO addressed the issue, asserting that such racist ideologies are contradictory to the core Islamic values.
Andrew's logic, white supremacists are totally right. He should be kicked out of Romania. You see how stupid that is? Like, why is Andrew trying to be a white supremacist now when he's black? Andrew Tate would be deported from Romania following white supremacist logic.
SNEAKO continued, saying that Andrew Tate seems more of a Jew than a fellow believer because his opinions seem to be more in line with Jewish than with Islamic principles because of his racial supremacy ideology. SNEAKO's response sparked more debate, to which Andrew Tate responded that he wasn't racist because he was only trying to make the point that white people won't be able to save their country if they don't protect themselves from immigration.
If Romania wanted to keep Romania 100% Romanian, then I shouldn't be here. Because I keep having kids with Romanian women. 100%.
Please don't skip us because
Fact. But they obviously don't. So what I'm saying is the whites who want to have a white country need to have white people in their country. You're agreeing with me. You just said what I said. That's an argument to my point.
Andrew Tate accused SNEAKO of being in some kind of competition with him, as he was the one who accepted Islam after Tate himself did, and therefore it seems that SNEAKO was copying him.
You copied me, SNEAKO. Wouldn't be the first time.
If we take a look at the activities and tweets of Andrew Tate in the past 2 to 3 months, then we can easily make out that this individual was definitely acting like someone who wants to appease the white supremacists. Be it from his tweets, his videos, or even his interviews, he was very clear from all his past activities that he does consider the whites better than the other races, even if he doesn't openly admit it. Andrew continually claims that because he's
Where's the proof, guys? I ain't never seen that nigga say. He said they're right, as in like I remember trying to keep their race. Like if you ask black people, do you want to keep your race black? Every other race would say yeah. You know what I mean? Like every parent would want. You know what I'm saying? Like why white people gotta be a supremacist if they
mixed race, he cannot be a racist. Andrew still feels that white people are superior to other races and that immigration should be restricted to preserve the country's white population. He
This nigga never said that. What the fuck?
says that Islam is a universal religion that calls for equality among all people, regardless of race, ethnicity, or nationality. But then why doesn't he apply it to his racist ideologies? Tate's repeated focus on whiteness and aligning with white supremacy is in direct conflict with his repeated statements that Islam is the cure for racism.
The one thing I will say that's beautiful about Islam is it is a brotherhood. And you talk about the cure to racism, it's Islam. Tam Khan, a good friend of mine who owns a big MMA gym, and Khabib are here, and they're all Dagestani, they're Muslim, and we have black Muslims, and we have Middle Eastern Muslims, and we have me, and we have white Muslims, and we're all brothers in Islam. It's truly a brotherhood that you instantly feel, and it truly exists beyond creed, beyond race, beyond country. Unique, interesting thing.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran,
يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير.
This verse makes it clear that the differences in race, ethnicity, or tribe are only for recognition, not superiority. Islam is a religion of equality, and this verse clearly states that in the eyes of Allah, a person is only judged by his righteousness, not by their skin color or ethnic background. While SNEAKO made a valid point in condemning racism, it is not suited for a believer to label someone as being out of the folds of Islam until and unless they themselves claim it to be. The same action was done by Andrew Tate by stating that SNEAKO merely reverted to Islam not because he wanted to do so, but because he did this only because SNEAKO was copying him. In short, what can be made out
Oh shit. Looks like the red pill's turning on themselves.
of this spat between the two reverts is that whatever SNEAKO said about Andrew Tate was completely justified, except for the fact that he labeled him an apostate. Andrew Tate claimed that SNEAKO should not be criticizing him because he is not a prophet. But this is completely nonsensical because it is a believer's job to correct his fellow believer when he sees something wrong with him.
Then he tries to quote scripture at me. Bruv, you're not a prophet. Chill. I have people I learn from, and it ain't you. That's the point I'm making.
Do you think that being a prophet is quoting scripture? This is what you do. We go to Quran soon and we figure out what the truth is and we try to help each other out. I'm not trying to be on a superiority complex. He really thinks that this is a competition. He thinks that I'm trying to be a better Muslim than Andrew. I don't care. I want the best for you, Andrew. I love you for the sake of Allah. No matter what you say, regardless, you're Muslim. I love you for the sake of Allah. When I see you saying things that are incorrect, I'm going to say, well, look at Quran Sunnah. This is not being a prophet.
Andrew Tate, instead of attacking SNEAKO, should pay a little heed as to why SNEAKO, as well as many other Muslims, are accusing him of leaving their side. He should understand the real meaning of equality, rather than only quoting and sharing tweets about it on social media handles.
I did not revert to Islam to try to attract fans from Islamic countries. I did not I did not revert to Islam to use a shield from hate. I did not revert to jump on a bandwagon. That is a grift. I am not a grifter. I keep my faith between God and I. Anthony Joshua, Mike Tyson, Dave Chappelle. Many prominent Muslims are private. Praying in private is showing worship to God. This is true faith. Trying to act as Muslim as possible for internet likes is simply a grift. Beware the Haram police. They're the biggest snakes of all. Nobody Haram policed him. What he said literally goes against the core fundamentals of being a Muslim. White supremacy is wrong. They're not totally right. It's not totally right to believe in a supreme race. That's everything that we're fighting against. The root of all evil stems from a superiority complex from a race. That's why everything in the world is bad, because of that belief system. In fact, you could say the first act of racism was Satan. When Satan decided they didn't need to listen to God and bow down to Adam because he thought he was superior and he didn't need to worship, that's where evil started. Satan, Shaitan, was the first original racist. So yeah, it's funny to make racist jokes, but racism is evil. Racism is bad. Racism has nothing to do with goodness.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all to the straight path. Ameen.
Talk to a nigga. Well, that was it, man. Let me know what you guys think of it. I mean, it's kind of weird, you know, when someone does something. I don't know, I'm not saying he's doing it, but when someone's doing something for, you know, like clicks and, you know, shielding, it's always gonna show at the end of the day, and I think we're about to see what's really happening. Man, let me know what you think. Peace.